Melanie?
Brent?
It's about that conversation we had.
What is it, Brent? More questions? You're really curious.
Could I ask you something personal?
That depends on just how personal it is, Brent.
What did you think of me when I first came to your museum?
What did I think? Brent, do I really have to tell you?
Of course you don't have to, but I'd like to know.
I'll tell you, but only if you promise not to be angry with me.
Oh God, is it that bad?
Well, do you promise?
Okay, I promise.
I thought this unshaven bloke's wearing a totally unfashionable coat.
What? That's what you thought?
Yes.
And was that all you thought?
You ask a lot of questions, Brent. I think that's enough for a start. Perhaps we can chat a bit more later. Now we've got other problems as well, don't you think?
Sure. More than enough, I would say. We will find a way of getting over that.
I hope so, Brent.
Melanie?
Brent?
It's about that conversation we had.
What is it, Brent? More questions? You're really curious.
Could I ask you something personal?
That depends on just how personal it is, Brent.
Why did you phone Mr. Blake?
You know why. I wanted to talk to you because of the business with the chief.
But at Mr. Blake's you said that you were worried.
Well, yes. I hadn't heard from you for a while. And after all we'd gone through together, I wasn't indifferent to what happened to you.
That's nice of you. You know, I'm not really used to anybody caring about me apart from myself. And apart from Chief Inspector Miller, of course. But he's only worried whether I'm doing something which could harm his beloved department.
It's all right, Brent. You're a nice man. Strange, but nice.
Are you married?
Oh, well,
Was that too private a question?
yes. No. Oh, I don't know.
You don't have to answer.
It's all right, Brent. I was married. I got married as soon as I was 18, you know. My father dragged one of his younger colleagues round to our house every weekend. A real high flyer with money, an expensive car and a golf club membership. He was called Peter.
What do you mean, you were married?
After our wedding, Peter soon changed. You know, at the beginning, he was sort of charming. Then he became different. Unpredictable. Hot-tempered, violent.
He hit you?
Yes. It started with a box round the ears, and then it happened all the time.
You put up with that?
For some time, I did. I thought, well, that's what it's like to be married.
How long did that go on for?
About 2 years. Then I divorced him when I found out that he'd been unfaithful to me with some girls from the golf club all the time.
Must have been a difficult time for you.
It was hell. I was alone, broke, and I'd had enough of men.
I can imagine that. Have you ever heard from this Peter guy since then?
After the divorce, he behaved like a lunatic for months. He called all the time, or he appeared drunk in front of the house and screamed abuse in the middle of the night. He even waited for me in front of the museum and swore at me. I had to call the police.
Oh, God, what a psychopath. Do you know what he's doing now?
Yes, now and then I read about him in the papers. He's the director of the Anthropological Society now, one of the bigwigs. He seems to have achieved what he always wanted. And as far as I know, he's married again. But I'm not really that interested in his life. The whole thing's over for me now. I'm just glad to be left in peace.
What did your father say to all this?
Of course, my father wasn't delighted with the divorce. He saw how I suffered all the time, but he didn't want to believe it. After all, the whole thing had been his idea. When I told him that I wanted to split up, his first concern was that it might harm his research contacts.
What about your mother?
I lost my mother a long time ago. She had cancer and died very early, when I was only 9.
Do you get on well with your father?
After splitting up with Peter, we lost touch for a number of years. My father just couldn't understand why I wouldn't do what he wanted anymore. He couldn't understand how I could deprive him of his allegedly gorgeous son-in-law. He was disappointed in me, and I was disappointed in him. It was only when I got my degree and we became colleagues, so to speak, that our relationship improved again.
And did you start studying immediately after getting divorced?
Yes, I started working and financed my studies myself. I wanted to be independent at last, from my father, my husband, from everything that had restricted me before. I studied like mad. I spent the nights in the library.
And you were successful.
I didn't have anything left apart from my career. So I thought, make the best of it. And it worked.
Thank you for telling me that, Melanie.
I don't usually talk that much about myself, Brent. But meanwhile, you've become almost like a friend.
Melanie?
Brent?
It's about that conversation we had.
What is it, Brent? More questions? You're really curious.
Can you see what's over there, on the rocky island?
You mean the tower?
No, I mean the thing in front of the tower.
No idea. Looks like scales or scaffolding.
What purpose could that serve?
If we stay here, we'll never know.
How can we get to the rocky island?
The bridges don't look very inviting to me.
Yes, I can see what you mean. A lot of them have cracks as well. It's probably too much of a risk. They will collapse one after the other.
But we can't just stay here and hope for a miracle either. We have to do something.
What do you think? Why was it built like this?
I don't know. I'm an anthropologist, not an architect.
Did Blake say anything else that could help us?
I don't think so. Not while I was there, anyway. You were the one who talked to him.
He only told me that there had been a place of worship at this location for millennia.
That doesn't help us much, does it?
Do you think you can really time travel from here?
Scientifically, I'd say it's impossible. But like you said, it's our only chance. If this doesn't get us anywhere, we're finished. We should try everything.
We will find a way of getting over that.
I hope so, Brent.
Arched bridges. Must be ancient. Arched bridges. Must be ancient. Arched bridges. Must be ancient. Hey, good heavens, that was close.
Oh my God! Are you okay?
Yes, I'm all right.
You've got a nerve, Brent Halligan! How dare you upset me like that? You could have got killed!
It's all right, Melanie. I'm still alive.
Don't you ever do that again, do you hear me?
Hey, all right, all right. Melanie? I made it! I'm on the other side.
Great, Brent! What's it like over there?
Interesting. There's a rather strange tower with some sort of scales in front of it. No idea what it's used for. Come here and see for yourself.
I can't, Brent! You've got both boards on your side!
Oh, damn. That's true.
Brent, how much do you weigh?
What?
How much do you weigh? Your weight!
About 160 pounds. Why do you want to know?
I'm much lighter than you. The bridge won't collapse when I use it. I'm coming over now.
Melanie, don't! Stop at once! The bridge will collapse! That looks like scales, but what are they used for? It won't work like that. Elaborate floor ornaments. Weren't there similar symbols in Sinclair's house? Another tub, empty again. Another tub, empty again. This is empty. Hey, look at that. This building is really something. An hourglass. Of course, it can't work like that. We haven't moved even a single inch from where we started out, have we?
Look, the bridge is a hole again.
If you ask me, the bridges are still whole. We've landed in a time when this whole place was still completely intact. We've traveled back in time.
Do you really think so?
Uh-oh, here comes company.
They look like soldiers.
Don't panic. Let's find out what they want.
I must have fainted. Where are we now, Brent? Pair of scales. They're broken. That's a wooden bowl. These jugs smell good. There must be herbs or spices in them. Medieval book of recipes. Let's see what it says. Looks like there's been a feast here recently.
What have we here then? Look, John. The Danish hall's woken up.
Point 1, I'm not a whore. Point 2, I'm not Danish.
Do you hear that? She's got a sharp tongue in her head. If you're not Danish, what are you?
That's none of your business.
Oh, isn't it? You and your friend just come strolling into our kingdom right from the forbidden place, and it's none of our business to know who you are. Is that it?
You have no right to hold us here. We're just harmless travellers. Let us go.
Ah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You two are staying right here until you've told us what your mission is and when the invasion is due to begin.
What invasion, damn it? I know nothing of an invasion, and neither does Brent.
You know very well what I'm talking about. The next Danish invasion. But I promise you this. This time, King Ethelred will be ready. We will slaughter you the moment you set foot on English soil.
Listen to me. I am Dr. Melanie Turner from... Oh, that would probably be too complicated for you, I suppose.
Complicated? What kind of a word do you call that then? Stop talking Danish to me, girl.
I'm English.
Of course. And that's why you're speaking Danish to me, is it?
Danish? Whatever gave you that idea?
Save your breath, woman! This isn't the first time we found Danish spies around here. And that ridiculous, childish disguise of yours isn't gonna help you either.
Yes, I suppose I must look strange to you, but I can explain.
There's no need for that. We know all about you. Your king's preparing for another invasion, and you're the spies of his vanguard. But I'm sure your strange friend will soon tell us what we need to know. Until then, you'll stay in here to keep us a little company.
Ah, company. And what exactly do you call company?
You'll soon find out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
If you dare touch me, I swear I'll scratch your eyes out.
And I swear that unless your friend tells us the truth about what you two are doing here, you will die, both of you.
We're looking for a Druid order.
Druids? That proves it. You're conspiring with British heathens against our king. But you may depend upon it that King Ethelred's revenge will be terrible.
But you must let us go. You've no idea how important this is.
Important? For your war, I suppose? Do you take me for a fool? Forget it, hussy. You two are staying right here with us. Now stop your grumbling. Get in the kitchen, Danish woman. Tidy up and get us something to drink.
Oh, just leave me alone, you bastards. What are you staring at me for? Never seen a woman before?
What she mean, Thomas?
She means you're a fool, John. Now what is it? Where are drinks? Damn it!
I couldn't find any wine or meat in the kitchen.
What? John, you numbskull. I thought I told you to go to the market and buy some provisions.
Why me, blast it? Let her go, the lazy so-and-so.
Do you want her to escape? What a fool you are.
Don't call me a fool.
Then don't be a fool. Then I won't call you one.
I said, don't call me a fool.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
What do you want me to get you?
I don't care. Damn it. Think of something. Bring us something to drink. Bring us tea. We'll go and buy some provisions when we've finished interrogating your friend.
When'll that be? I'm hungry.
John, just shut up, will ya?
I could offer you something other than tea.
Oh? What's that?
A love potion by my own recipe.
Oh? Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Perhaps you're not so much of a cow as I thought you were.
Perhaps. To be honest, I've always had a soft spot for men who know what they want.
Hey, I like that. Why don't you just come a little closer?
All right.
What'd you make of that, John? The girl's quite tame, really.
What wonderful equipment you have, soldier.
Yes, isn't it just? And it's all been christened with the blood of my enemies. Take a good look, if you like, and then bring me that potion you were talking about.
You'll have to be patient. I must brew it first. This is no good. The second scale's missing.
John! Celebrations are due! Our pay has arrived! 10 pieces of silver for each of us. 10 nice, polished pieces of silver at 1 ounce each. You again. What do you want now? I told you to hurry up and serve us.
Right. That's exactly 1 ounce of the herb. I would have been surprised if it had worked. A weed, or maybe a herb. It smells of menthol. Right. That's exactly 1 ounce. Dried leaves. I don't know which plant they come from. Right. That's exactly 1 ounce of the herb. 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 This weed feels strange, almost like a sponge. This herb smells of cinnamon. Those leaves are sort of fleshy. Maybe they come from a herbaceous plant. That smells of aniseed. This weed feels strange, almost like a sponge. Dried leaves. I don't know which plant they come from. A weed, or maybe a herb. It smells of menthol. This weed makes the water turn red. Those leaves are sort of fleshy. Maybe they come from a herbaceous plant. Dried leaves. I don't know which plant they come from. Right. Those leaves are sort of fleshy. Those leaves are sort of fleshy. Maybe they come from a herbaceous plant. This herb smells of cinnamon. Right. That's exactly 1 ounce of the herb. Dried leaves. I don't know which plant they come from. Dried leaves. I don't know which plant they come from. Right. That's exactly 1 ounce of the herb. A weed, or maybe a herb. It smells of menthol. That smells of aniseed. The water in the bowl is absolutely clear. There. That ought to get you going.
It looks good anyway. What is it?
As I said, a love potion.
Bah! It doesn't taste all that good.
But it'll work. Just wait and see.
I should hope so, 'cause I'm getting tired. Very tired.
Well, is it working yet?
I can't feel anything yet. In fact, I'm still dog tired. Get us another one!
What are you staring at me for? Never seen a woman before?
What she mean, Thomas?
She means you're a fool, John.
That should do it. Sweet dreams, my friends. Not a good idea. Weapons. Brent?
Melanie! At last. I'm here. Over here.
At last? Wasn't I quick enough for you?
This really is one hell of a rat's nest. Where are we, anyway?
I think this is an outpost of the British Army. It seems a number of wars were fought in this area 1,000 years ago.
Great. That's simply wonderful, isn't it? Maybe we should have read a few history books before we came here. Where are the soldiers now?
Fast asleep. I made them a drink that seems to have had the desired effect.
Well done, Melanie.
Now let's get out of here. Unlock the door.
Yes, of course, at once.
Okay, now how do we get out of here?
The door's upstairs. Wait here. I'll go and see whether the key fits the other door. I might have guessed. The door's locked. It won't work like that. I've always found pictures of wars revolting. I've always found pictures of wars revolting. Well, the key doesn't fit here. I might have guessed. The door's locked. I might have guessed. The door's locked. No, better not. It won't work like that, I don't think. Give me a hand with this crate, Brent. It's too heavy for me to shift on my own. Ah, just as I thought. Pretty dark down there, isn't it?
Are you scared?
Scared? Nonsense. Come on, let's go. Brent,
I'm here.
I can hardly see a thing.
Neither can I.
Maybe we ought to go back after all, don't you think?
Rubbish. There's no one here. Don't worry. We'll find the way out.
There's not a glimmer of light here anywhere, Brent.
Oh!
What was that? Are you still there? Brent? Brent, this isn't funny. Hello? Is that you, Brent?
Damn it. Now where am I?